We rely on doctors to keep us healthy, but how can you be sure that you're in good hands?
We found dozens of San Diego doctors who are under investigation by the state medical board, but who are still practicing. CBS 8's Shannon Handy talked with a board member about these concerns.
She shares his surprising response and why one local woman has made it her mission to have more safeguards in place.
The woman I spoke with lost her father back in 2009. Since then, she's worked tirelessly to ensure there's more oversight from the state and give patients the information they need to educate themselves. It is your belief that your dad would have lived longer?
Yes.
Mary Hollingsworth's dad was 86 years old when she says what started out as back pain turned into doctors over-prescribing antipsychotic medications that ultimately led to his death.
Antipsychotic drugs carry a black box warning for seniors because they can cause severe side effects or even death, and it caused his death. He was dead within 2 months.
Hollingsworth went after the local doctors involved. One who worked at the nursing home her father lived in was reprimanded, yet still able to practice. The other, her dad's primary care doctor, faced no punishment at all.
Everyone kept going.
She says part of the problem lies within the agency that's supposed to protect people from negligent doctors, the Medical Board of California. Of the estimated 10,000 complaints filed with the board each year, 96% are dismissed. And according to the board's own published annual reports, just 1.4% of complaints lead to discipline with probation. Less than half of 1% result in the revocation of a doctor's license.
They need to put the people first. They need to put the safety of the people of California first. That is in their mission statement, and they don't follow that.
Furthermore, even if any disciplinary action is taken, it's not until years after the original complaint. If a patient lodges a complaint with the state medical board regarding a particular doctor, the board has 3 years to investigate and file the accusation on their website. It can then take up to a year or more to decide whether or not that doctor will be punished. Meanwhile, the doctor can still continue to practice as if nothing happened.
I think the big thing is there's no net. You expect that if a doctor is licensed by the medical board, they are safe to practice. And you assume by looking on their profile page on the medical board website that if it's clear that they're good to go. But what you don't know is they could be under investigation. They could have had several medical malpractice cases against them.
Some local examples CBSA has covered in the past include Dr. Carlos Chacon, a Bonita plastic surgeon facing an involuntary manslaughter charge after a patient of his died during breast augmentation surgery. He's accused of administering anesthesia on his own and failing to call 911 for hours. He's still practicing. So is Dr. Rick Shack. The Chula Vista labor and delivery doctor is accused of committing gross negligence in 3 instances, one of which resulted in a stillbirth and 2 others that involve the infant suffering major injuries.
You can pull any case right now, any case, go through it, and I promise you, you will say, how did this happen?
TJ Watkins is a current member of the Medical Board of California. He spoke with me while traveling in South Africa. Shockingly, he criticized his fellow board members, saying there needs to be more safeguards in place.
Some people feel as though the medical board protects doctors more than they protect patients. How do you feel about that?
That's absolutely accurate, and we've proven that time and time again.
Like Hollingsworth, Watkins has made it his mission to change things. Not only did he file a whistleblower complaint against the board, but during a meeting in early December, he proposed they adopt a 14-point Accountability Act, which includes legislative changes to strengthen patients' rights.
We exist for one primary reason, one reason only, and that is to protect the public.
The board refused. In a long statement, a spokesperson said a key reason the board enforcement process is lengthy is because the board must prove its cases by clear and convincing evidence to a reasonable certainty. This is a higher burden of proof than that required by most other medical boards across the country. The board has proposed legislation to lessen the burden of proof and speed up investigations. In the meantime, how can you protect yourself? Read patient reviews. Check the medical board website to see if there are any reprimands or accusations listed against a certain doctor. Bottom line, be your own advocate.
It's hard to find information, but this is your life.
Shannon Handy, CBS 8.
There's much more to this story, including what the medical board has to say. Just go to cbs8.com and click on this story for all of that.